What's going on, everyone? So I just left the theater and I saw The Watchers. So let's get into this. So The Watchers is a story based on A.M. Shine's story, The Watchers. And it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and this movie is starring Dakota Fanning as Mina. So I want to talk about this movie because I found it interesting. I feel like the cryptid community is really going to enjoy this story solely because of the folklore that it's based on. So this movie is based on a lot of the cryptid folklore on the Wendigo, on the Mimics, on a lot of urban legends that you hear about by storytelling. Dakota's character, Mina, ventures off to this forest, which is centered on the outskirts of Ireland, which has a lot of folklore in the history. And also, not to mention that the forest that this takes place in is obviously in another dimension, or you have to stumble upon it to get trapped there in the first place. Now, in this movie, the people that Dakota stumbles upon actually take her in to this room where they tell her about these rules that they have to follow because they are being watched by these watcher creatures. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the abilities that these creatures in this movie do have. So they have super speed, they have super strength, and they have the ability to shapeshift and mimic the human beings that they're trying to imitate to lure them. Now, if obviously upon discovering this forest, Mina tries to make her escape. She tries to find any way that she can out of this forest. So at first glance, in the first half of the movie, it does appear to be taking inspiration from a lot of folklore of these urban legends. Now, upon seeing the previews of what this movie was about, I did have my theories on what storyline this movie was about before I went into the theater to see it. And when I watched it, everything that I was thinking was confirmed. But really what this movie is about Genesis 6, 1 through 4. This is definitely a story where it's romanticizing and worshiping the fallen entities in the Bible in that particular verse. So this movie has a runtime of an hour and 42 minutes. It doesn't feel long at all, but I feel like a lot of people are going to get lost in the shuffle trying to understand exactly what this movie is about if they don't necessarily have the eyes or the ears to hear exactly what the message is. And of course, there's going to be a twist at the end because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'm going to say give this movie a chance. I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. So this is going to do it for my review of The Watchers. I'll catch y'all in the next film review. Take care.